Hari Om. In this video series of Manthana, we have taken up the poem Dharani, meaning Mother Earth, written by Sant Narayan Sawant Guruji, the founder of Hari Om Trust, Rajajinagar, Bangalore. This poem is taken from his book Aruvinaladinda, meaning from the depth of knowledge. A sincere effort is made to bring before you all the meaning of this poem as explained by Guruji himself. To understand any Adhyatmic literature, it is very important for us to know the context, that is, the time and circumstances under which it was written. As we all know, Narayana Guruji observes 1 month Shravana Masa Puja. One fine day in the month of Shravana Masa, during his prayers, he was offering the fruits and flowers given by the devotees to Almighty. Then he noticed one very strange thing. The jasmine flowers which the devotees had brought had very little aroma. He began to think, jasmine flowers are well known for their fragrance, but how come these jasmines have very little fragrance? Then he closed his eyes and started thinking on this issue. The answers he got has taken the form of this poem with the heading Mother Earth. It is the English translation of the original Kannada poem. The poem is as follows. The soil of Mother Earth is turning into sand and rotten waste, deprived of nutrition, the fragrance decaying. In flowers and fruits, life is suffering. In the barren land, where is the research to find the solutions? Have we failed? This is the state of the seeds and its harvest. What kind of life can we expect on such land? Though this poem is small, it is a storehouse of many secrets, dimensions, and issues. For example, it tells us about the cooperation and interdependency between animals, birds, trees, insects, microorganisms, etc. It explains the complex nature of living beings in total. It makes us understand the superiority of God's creation. It explains the present situation of the world. It tells us the root cause for all the problems. It makes us realize about nature and its warning, the effects of ongoing acts against the nature. It gives us solutions to today's problems. It tells us about the guidances that were given by our saints of Sanatana Dharma. It glorifies the importance of cow and the principles of earth and humanity. It tells us the importance of good and bad qualities and lessons from it. It makes us understand our responsibilities towards Mother Nature, our contribution for future generations, and holistic approach towards the world. We shall try to explore these dimensions as we go through the explanations of the lines in the poem. There are 9 lines in this poem. We shall see them one by one. The first 2 lines are: the soil of Mother Earth is turning into sand and rotten waste, deprived of nutrition. These two lines tell us the present situation of Mother Earth. The decrease in the energy levels of Mother Earth and all the living beings to support reproduction. Loss of nutrition in Mother Earth, destruction of nature, importance of cow, mutual dependency and cooperation between all the living beings, cruelty of humans on nature, and many more issues are hidden in these two lines. Now, let us examine these two lines. What comes to our mind when we say sand? It is one of the raw material used in building construction. But sand is also a symbol for barrenness, undernutrition, an environment that is unsupportive to creation and growth. This sand cannot hold water in itself. If seeds are sown in it, it does not support its growth. But soil is a symbol for growth and creation. But today the soil is also becoming barren day by day. Mother Earth is deprived of its nutrition. The reason being lack of bharani. Bharani is the cake made from Indian cow dung and dried in sun. It has got many Ayurvedic, agricultural and philosophical uses. The word bharani is just symbolic. If we observe the words lack of bharani or lack of nutrition, many secrets are revealed. Lack of cow dung indicates lesser production, which indirectly indicates the decrease in the population of cows. Again, the cows mentioned here are symbolic. They represent the entire animal fraternity. If we think why their population is decreasing, we understand that the environment required for their growth is deteriorating very fast. This is because of the greed of the humans. He has polluted the Pancha Mahabhutas with various chemicals, as a result of which many living beings have become extinct and many more are on the verge of becoming extinct. Because of the unpardonable acts done by human on nature, many of the interdependency links between many living beings is broken and has created an imbalance in nature. Because of the increase in pollution, Mother Earth is losing her smile, her shine, and moving towards becoming barren. She is losing her energy to support creation. The land had already started to become barren even before we were born, but now its rate has increased. If this imbalance continue to exist, then there may be rise in the negativities, diseases, natural calamities, etc. And no one should be surprised if the human race becomes extinct as a result of these. If this continues, we may have to think what kind of world are we leaving for our children and grandchildren before we are gone. The third line says, the fragrance decaying. Superficially, the words indicate that the fragrance from the flowers and fruits are decaying, but the inner meaning is different. It is not about just the aroma, the meaning here is more broader. In olden days, there was fragrance and happiness in every act. There was love and belief among people. Human relations were strong. Families were united. Festival celebrations were filled with joy. Prayers were filled with divine experiences. Work was worship. Society was filled with moral values. Humanity was everywhere. Humans coexisted with nature and its other children such as trees, animals, birds, etc. without disturbing the nature. He was satisfied with whatever he had. Like this, the fragrance had spread on this world. But nowadays, everything is going against Mother Nature. Today, relations are less strong. Family members are loosely united. Families have become nuclear. The love and belief between human beings is disappearing. Prayers are becoming artificial. Laziness is occupying our work. Moral values are falling in society. Humanity is vanishing. For the selfish purposes of human beings, the nature is being destroyed. Such a beautiful fragrance which once filled this earth is today getting decayed. Very few or none of them are noticing this. This is an alarming message to the mankind through these words. The next lines are: in flowers and fruits, life is suffering. These two lines are very interesting. Though the words appear to be referring to the fruits and flowers, it is not so. The inner meaning is something else. As this poem is about Mother Earth, we should understand these words as fruits and flowers of Mother Earth. From holistic point of view, it means the children of Mother Earth, which means all trees, shrubs, creepers, animals, insects, microorganisms, human beings, etc. Today, all these children are suffering because the Mother Nature, who is nurturing all of them, is losing her strength, essence, shine, fragrance, and becoming sandy. If we observe minutely, we can also see that the reproduction energy is getting reduced and infertility in them is increasing. Nature's law is that a seed has to evolve from a seed. But today, human being, for his own selfishness, is creating seeds in factory and has altered the laws of creation itself. If we see holistically, man is creating his own end. Man should not forget that nature knows how to balance the imbalance created. This alarming message is hidden in these two lines. The next two lines are: in the barren land, where is the research to find the solutions? The world is becoming barren, not because of manure or nutrition, but because of slowly disappearing good qualities like belief, love, service, helping nature, friendship, patience, responsibility, devotion, and many more. It is becoming barren because of increase in the negative qualities. In such critical situations, What should we do? How should we all protect Mother Nature and her children? How should we coexist on this planet without disturbing others? We have very limited answers to these questions. In ancient times, we had people who used to teach us that nature is God, everything is because of nature. Nature protects us. We survive only if nature exists. But today, we hardly find such people truly devoted towards nature. Man is not taking appropriate measures to find solutions to these problems. His researches are self-centered. He finds medicine only to the disease, but he is lacking holistic approach in dealing such cases. Our research to protect Mother Nature and efforts in doing so are not enough. Man today has forgotten the importance of cow dung and is looking towards human dung for manure. Wake up. We still have some time left. Our ancient scientists, the saints, Rishi Munis, had visualized that in future such days might come. Hence, they have mentioned solutions to such problems in their scriptures, which are the Vedas, Upanishads, Yoga, Dhyana, and they have secretly put many of them in our daily practices and rituals. At least now let us read them, understand them, and bring them to practice. This is the message in these lines. The last two lines are: Have we failed? This is the state of the seeds and its harvest. What kind of life can we expect on such land? These last two lines are written with a very sorry state of mind. For the reasons mentioned above, we are failing and losing. The seeds of negativity are sown everywhere, as a result of which the harvest from such seeds is creating havoc on this planet. We are receiving only such harvests which are destructive in nature, but the need of the hour is a harvest which can protect and guide us. Even when we are on the verge of losing, we are not ready to accept the defeat because of our egoistic nature and non-holistic, self-centered approach. That is why it is mentioned and questioned that amongst such kind of negative atmosphere everywhere, what kind of life can we expect on such a land? If we observe the words used in the poem, at one place the word earth is used and at other place the word land is used. The word earth indicates holistic approach and the word land indicates self-centered approach. When we observe this poem closely, it has got the solutions to all the problems that the world is facing today. As the famous saying goes, reap what you sow. Time has come where we all have to contribute towards regrowing the nature. We have to sow the seeds of humanity and reap a positive harvest. We need to develop good qualities. We need to understand what our ancient scientists have told us, what our culture is. With a holistic approach, we need to stand united for our Mother Earth. Then we can create heaven on this earth. Under the divine guidance of Guruji, I invite everyone to work for Mother Earth. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. This poem has been sung melodiously by Sri Sanjay Kini, who is also a volunteer of Hari Om Trust, Bangalore. Please click the below link for the audio song. ಈ ಪದ್ಯವನ್ನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟಿನ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಸೇವಕರಾಗಿರುವ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಂಜಯ್ ಖೇಣಿಯವರು ಸುಶ್ರಾವ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ಆನಂದಿಸಲು ಈ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ.